Hey everybody. Wow, Happy New Year. It's coming up on after Christmas and on the New Year. I hope your Christmas was wonderful. And now our attention is turning to all things new and bright and beautiful and wonderful time. I hope your Christmas was great. I hope you're healthy. I hope you are happy and just full of joy. And thank you for stopping by to craft with me today. Today, I want to create a page, a flip out page for a new journal that I will be creating for this new year. And I am actually filming this video before Christmas, and so I won't pull out my new journal things until after Christmas when I can kind of get situated. But today I wanted to make sure that I had a video between Christmas and New Year's. So this is what I'm going to practice. I am taking my inspiration from Wendy at Wendy's Journal Adventures. I think I mention her name often. She is so inspiring to me. Also, this I have to say, my inspiration also comes from Rachel at Roxy Creations. Rachel and Wendy both create these lovely large flips. They are helping me to think outside of my box and to stop creating such tiny little pockets and whatnot to go in my journals. There's nothing wrong with those. I love those. But they're also helping me to think in a larger scale and how I can put a page into a book that is much larger and have flip outs and all kinds of things. And of course, the lovely Wendy is using all kinds of windows in her pages and pockets and tucks and tags. And so I'm inspired by that. And I have a little bit of clear acetate from a package. And I think that's what Wendy says she uses, just some clear leftover plastic. I have a beautiful tiny little doily piece of lace from the lovely Barbara. I will give you Barbara's information in the description. Barbara has sent me some things in a tag swap over the Christmas holiday, and I just simply wanted to use this. I didn't start out by thinking about using her item, but once I use the circle, this is a 2.5 inch circle punch, and I just simply slipped it over the edge of the paper and punched. And once I did that and I was looking through some of the things that Barbara sent, I saw that and I thought, wonder if that would fit in there. And I've never seen anybody use a little piece of lace like this. So it's same take on what others are doing when they're creating windows, but maybe something a little bit different today. I hope you'll stay with me and enjoy our time together. Let's go ahead and start crafting. I'm going to slide this page out of the way, and so that we are just right in the center here. I have only cut out 2 sides of this acetate. I don't know why I did that. I was on a corner, and I guess I was trying to save a little bit of room. Excuse me. So using just a little bit of art glitter glue. I think I'm going to be using art glitter glue. Yes, there it comes. I'm just going to put just a smidgen. That's a little bit. That's Southern talk for a little bit, just a little smidgen. I think that's Southern talk. I'm Southern, so I'm claiming it. Onto one side of the doily so that it will stay positioned once I put it in. And I'm just eyeballing the center of that and pressing down to make sure it's good and adhered. Good and adhered. I think that's a Southern kind of way of saying that as well. I want to close in the sides of my, I don't have my glasses on, so of course now I'm hampered. I want to close in the sides of this acetate by putting just a tad of art glitter glue there, wiping it off my mat. And somehow I missed the inside. I think that's where I put glue on my mat. Actually, there is a little hole there. So no wonder I can't see it. It's because it's not there. I love it. Okay, I cut it or tore it. Maybe it had a hole and I just didn't realize it. But I do want to seal that off. I want to make sure that, yeah, I want to make sure that doily is sealed in there. Well, what a mess. Have you ever seen a child do any worse than what I've just done here? But I'm going to use a little card here to flatten that out. Spread it out a little bit. Make sure that I have it all glued down. It will all be hidden behind paper, and of course it will dry clear. But, all right, let me lay this aside for just a second. I want to go ahead and I'm going to flip my page, and then I'm going to glue this, trying to position it so that the little doily piece is right in the center. And I believe you can see that it is, but I'm just putting this on the back page, and then I'm going to decorate around it so that we'll hide all the mechanics of the little plastic acetate piece here. And we'll end up having a nice little flip out. And you can see I'm just simply going all the way around the edge, making sure that I get all the acetate glued with art glitter glue. And then positioning it just by looking in the center of that circle. And excuse me while I cover it with my hand, I'm just pressing down to make sure that it adheres easily to the page. And now let's just get an idea of what this is going to look like. Look how pretty that is. And of course, when the glue dries, I don't know if you'll see it, but it will be clear. So even if we see a little bit of it in there, that's going to be a beautiful little flip out on a page to make a journal rather interactive. So I hope you can see that. Maybe I'm far enough away that you can see that flip. And I love that. Now let's just go ahead and decorate, and we'll start decorating around this area to see what we have. I have a little bit of some glue. And I'm also thinking now, I'm kind of panicking because I've sat down here at the table to craft, and I did not bring any part of my, what did I not bring to the table? I didn't bring any of my fussy cut items. I have no birds with me. I have no, I don't have anything. I've just sat down completely empty-handed. That's hilarious. So maybe I won't finish this project with this particular thing, but hopefully you'll get an idea of what one could actually do. This is the inside security part of an envelope. I'm simply using that for texture. Forgive me for reaching. I'm using I've decided to pick up a Yoo-hoo glue stick to use. And it looks like I have just a little too much paper for where I want to put him. Now let's see if we can do this okay. I do not want that to encroach on that acetate and doily, so I'm making sure I'm just pulling a little more paper off. And you know, when it's wet, it's a little harder to tear, but I think that's fine. I'm going to make sure I pull it all the way back. I would rather, if you can see here, I've come out just a little over the edge. I would rather be in that spot where I can just cut it off than having it encroach into that circle where that lovely little doily piece, lace piece is. Again, I'm just tapping down all over to make sure that is sealed well. I don't want any of that coming up. Okay, and then let's use a little bit of ledger paper. I like the numbers. I'm not sure I got one number on that, but okay. And I'm just simply tearing. I don't mind having a little bit of roughness there. I don't want it to be straight. Let's see which side I like better. I'm not even sure I'm going to use all of that. So. And yes, I am kind of going around this in a square, but that's not going to be noticeable when I do get a butterfly or a bird or whatever I choose to put on here to decorate this page with. I just want to make sure I cover up the mechanics at this point of that little acetate. Okay, and wow, I'm going completely silent as I am trying to glue. That's so funny. I think I don't often, one of those people who may not walk and chew gum at the same time. Sorry about that. And I have a lovely page of Anna's Furniture Sale, little mathematics page with a little picture there. See if I can get some of the picture and the numbers, as well as some of the script. I don't know, maybe that's from the 40s. Go back up around that. And let me turn this to the side, and I'm just simply going to hold this down while I figure out about how much I need to sort of pull in a circular manner over that. If I do here. Pull this little part off as well. I don't need a widow's peak in my tear. And a little on this side to widen it out. Now let's see if I've kept that from encroaching on there. Yes, I have, except for now I have to have my paper up in the air. Okay, that's lovely right there. And I'm going to hold it down so that I don't have to figure out how to reposition it. Oh my goodness. Do you do those things? I might not do that if I weren't taping, but videotaping, I want to make sure I get it on there correctly because the camera just seems to catch every little thing. And I want to make sure it's down correctly and not lopsided as I go off the air. Because I may not see that in the video, but you will certainly see it. It will pick up quickly. And it is so easy to glue with a Yoo-Hoo glue stick. It just dries so slowly and makes everything so wet. It's a little harder. I want to make sure that I get this down quickly and that it's dried quickly. Now, in Barbara's stash, she also sent me this, what looks like a little piece of graph paper. I love the torn edge. It looks like it's in an old sewn book, hand-sewn book. So I'm going to utilize that here in this one side. Let's see, I don't want to waste it, but what would I need to do to make sure that's covered? Go up into here, and I am. I just heard a sizzle. I have a little beef in the crock pot. You have to hear this. I don't know where this recipe came from. I thought I was one of the few things that I think I can actually cook is a pot roast, or at least I thought I could until I've gotten here into Tennessee and my cousin fixed me something that I believe she called Mississippi pot roast, and it's made with pepperoncini and ranch, a sleeve of that ranch dressing mix, as well as some au jus sauce mix, a packet of that, and butter, 2 sleeves of that kind of dressing and au jus, pepperoncini, 6 to 8 pepperoncini, and then I just had that in the crock pot, and I heard it sizzle, and that's some of the best stuff I've ever put in my mouth. So, okay, all right, I want to turn this back over and pull my scissors in. Let's make sure I'm on screen, and cut off just this edge that went over. So about the pot roast again, oh, if you've never made that, that might be something you want to try. You can look up the full recipe somewhere online. I'm sure you would find that. But isn't that lovely? And won't that be great in a journal when we, and again, I would just simply use a little piece of material. This is actually a piece of fabric ribbon that I purchased from Hobby Lobby, but I would run a seam of this all the way up the side and glue it here on this side and glue on the second side to actually put it in my journal to make a flip. But won't that be lovely? And of course, once I finish decorating around this, that is going to make a great picture. Look at this. I can even pull this in here. This is something that Barbara made. Barbara, I'm going to try my hand at this. I absolutely love it. It looks like a leaf pattern to me. I'm not sure, it could be something totally different, but that's what it looks like. It looks like she's made 2 cards and used some corrugated paper to put on the back just to create a 3D effect there. She's used some distress ink as well. And in the center of this cutout, she has placed a little piece of, what is that, material, old material, not material, but an old pattern, piece of pattern. I don't know if it's from McCall's or Butterwick or somewhere where our parents used to sew, our moms used to sew. But anyway, I think I'm going to use this here as well. And I don't know where I want to put it to get the most use out of it. So let me go on the back page. Let's see if we have. Yeah, I will probably just glue this down so that I can make a wonderful little pocket to go here, and I could put something smaller so that it's just in this side again so that I don't see, or if I want to make a pretty background, I can do that also. The other thing I pulled out to play with is this wonderful postcard that Barbara sent also, and I think you could also just make that a flip as well, again by using the material on that you tear out the length of this area, and then you could bring material over onto this side and put this inside into your journal, and you would have a flip here, and then this would, this whole thing then would flip over. So there are lots of ways. But again, just a very quick journaling page to show you. Use that leftover packaging from stencils or stickers that you buy from the Dollar Tree or other things. Find a pretty piece of lace or a pretty little butterfly or flower. Even using pressed flowers, I think, is really pretty in something like this, so that you can see how pretty that would be in a journal and for a flip. All right, so again, hope your holiday was great. Hope this new year is going to be wonderful for you. I hope it ushers in for you all the things that you wish for in life, and that you have the best year ahead possible. And I'll see you in the new year as we begin creating a new journal. Thank you so much. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, all of you who post and create and give us so many creative ideas on your YouTube channels for journaling, scrapbooking, and even card making. Sometimes I find great ideas that way. All right, thank you. Have a great day. Bye.